crack, the agricultural field may crack, or these kind of problems may arise. And therefore, what is the best solution? The best solution is that we need to do the rainwater harvesting in such areas. And in the city areas, what we do? We do rooftop rainwater harvesting. Now, in this type of system, the houses are there, and when the rainfall occurs, then whatever the rain that falls on the roof of the house, that is channeled through a pipe. This pipe is going underground. There we can have a system where we can put small gravel, etc., small pebbles, etc., and other kind of say pieces of the brick, etc., and from that we can channel that water inside of the earth, or we can directly store this water which is going through the pipe in a water tank, and the overflow of that water we can channel it to the either a ground or any other pond, etc. So in this way, this water falling on the roof is diverted for the storage purpose, and this system of storing the water is called as the rainwater harvesting system, or simply rooftop rainwater harvesting system. Now, it is mostly useful in the urban areas. The only disadvantage of it is that it may need some space, or it may have some cost for installing, although it is not too much, but only disadvantage is this, otherwise it is mostly advantageous. But if you ask for another disadvantage of it, in certain other areas where the water level, groundwater level or water table is too high, there it may increase the water table and it may lead to the seepage in the houses, etc. So that may be one of the drawbacks of it in such areas where the groundwater level is already too high. Now let's come to the second method, and this is called as the watershed management. Now, what is watershed management? In this, we mostly practice this in the open areas, maybe in the hilly areas, maybe in the agricultural areas, maybe certain other rural areas, jungle areas. There we can practice this kind of system, and this is called the watershed management. And here, what does this mean? This means that when the rainwater falls, then it falls on the areas, then wherever it finds the slope, it goes out from there into the drains, and from there into the rivers, and from there it goes to either the oceans, like this. So it is not stored at all. So what we do is we just make certain kind of structures so that the flow of this water becomes slow, so that it gets stored somewhere in some areas, so that it gets the time for the groundwater recharging as well. And later on, when this groundwater recharging happens, the groundwater level increases, and this water gets stored for the future areas as well. This method is very useful in such kind of areas where the forests are also very less, so lead to the development of the vegetation also in that area, which may be helpful in our present time where the climate change, the global warming is also causing various kind of dangers to the climate of the world. So what we do here, we can make weeds over there. That means in some of the seasonal rivers or smaller rivers, we can make walls so that the water gets stopped for some time and it gets the time for recharging as well. We can make we can take small kind of holes, or we can make channels so that the water, when flows down the hills, firstly it enters into those low areas, it gets stored over there, it gets time to recharge, and the overflow goes to another one. There also it gets stored. So in this way, the flow of the water becomes very slow, and therefore this water doesn't go to the drains. It gets sufficient time for absorbing in the ground, and this recharges the aquifers which are there in the ground over there. And therefore, this watershed management is very useful in the open areas, rural areas where we can recharge the aquifers of the ground for groundwater recharging. Now let's understand that this is basically we are doing in the modern times, but are the people which were there in the older times, they also knew the importance of the water and the importance of conserving water. As there are many areas in India which do not have the regular supply of the water, so what they used to do,
they also had certain kind of rainwater harvesting systems which we call as the traditional rainwater harvesting systems. Now I'm citing you some of the traditional rainwater harvesting systems, like in Rajasthan. You know, Rajasthan is a dry area, and it falls under the category of the arid and semi-arid area and gets very less rainfall. And therefore, in this area, the Johad and the Kund, they are made, these are the traditional rainwater harvesting systems prevalent in Rajasthan. Similarly, Khadin in Gujarat is another traditional rainwater harvesting system which is prevalent in Gujarat. And one more example I am citing out, and it is called as dongs in Assam. In Assam area, they also store water, and therefore the traditional system which is prevalent in Assam is called as dong. So these are some of the names. There can be certain other traditional rainwater harvesting systems also which are prevalent in the other parts of India. So we have come to the close of this lesson. Thank you very much.